Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play AI Warfleet Command. We are looking at the Fallen Spire campaign, of course, difficulty 8, hard difficulty, and we are in the middle of the campaign. And we're sort of at the first point where we don't really know what to do to proceed, so I had to experiment to figure out how to do this. The main reason is we've got to build more colony ships, Spire colony ships, to get more city hubs up. Where are they? There they go. But it doesn't tell you exactly how to do it. There's sort of a suggestion for how to go forward, but it doesn't tell you exactly what you need to do to unlock the next one. So this colony ship is locked. So something's got to happen before we can build those. And as it ends up, we have to max out this city hub before we can take the next step in the campaign, which means clearing out the two systems that are adjacent. We are in Cato Nemoidia. And we need to take out Naboo and Thisbe, which shouldn't be too terribly difficult, and I was planning on doing it anyway. But it turns out that's the only way to proceed, so we might as well get on board with that right away. And here we are in Thisbe, our first target. Now they've got an ion cannon Mark III, so that means only big ships need apply. And then they also have an anti-starship arachnid guard post, which is sort of, you know, those two things working together makes our job a little bit difficult. We have, there's the arachnid guard post, and right next to it is the ion cannon. So we can't just take out the ion cannon. So having those both right next to each other, pretty crafty, if you will, from the crafty Spire. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to make a beeline for the arachnid guard post. I don't care about anything else. I'm going to kill that first. We lost 3 ships. 4. Okay, lost 4 starships in the process. But then all of this is going to go away. And now, like, these ships will go off and fight various other things. What's left? Well, they've got a Needler Guard Post Mark II, and that's about it, really. We're just going to sort of group attack there, clear that out, and then once that's gone, should be able to move in here and take over the system. Then all the bigger ships I'm going to handle from in here for now until we get better options. So I'm going to get that destroyer made, but one thing to notice with these is there's the different templates that are set up. This is just like a vanilla one, like with no modules added on. You can actually build the modules on the ship after it's built. And then you've got the basic one, Mark I cannons, Mark I shields, the advanced, Mark II lasers, heavy beam cannons, Mark II shields, and then, you know, just the beam one with different. So it's got different options for what it wants to give you for the templates, or you can just design your own, as we saw a little bit of. So for now I'm just going to build the vanilla one and see how that goes, and I'll eventually go with a template that I like. Of course, we've got the colony ships built in here, ready to go into our new systems. So right when we started getting everybody set up in Thisbe, they decided to all have a party at once. They had a reprisal wave that hit Iris. About 500 or so ships. And an EMP warhead came in here, so I had to rush in here with my main force, this is Thea, to make sure we didn't lose our Mark V Spider bot, our valuable captured civilian outpost, which just gave us its -3, trying to keep as low as we can. We're still under 200 for the moment. Then the resistance fighters all came in here. You can see all of this got knocked out by their preservation wardens and whatnot, so we were building. So all of that happened. Then you can see, like, we've got part of their Spire force is hitting in here. Just had another warhead go off in this place. Should be okay. And then let's see, we've got most of the rest of it in Iris. And what do they have in there? A mix of stuff. Generic Mark II stuff. We've got all of our ally 9 Zool in there. That should not be an issue. And then Merapi continues to be plagued by these guys. So I think I'm going to want to send the fleet in there and just make sure that they don't cause any more serious trouble. But despite all that, it was soon time to hit Naboo, which has Mark III Needler, Special Forces, Mark III Spire Shield, Mark III MLRS, has its own ion cannon, Gravity Guardian, Lightning Guardian, so nothing too severe. And with our main group here, I think we're just going to head in. Oh, let's make sure that frigate comes along for the ride. No need to deploy the Wasps. We'll just do a normal route, clear out these guard posts, and grab ourselves another system. Unfortunately, they're getting blown up, but you can see our human resistance troops also joining the fun. So we're starting to see more and more of them. They may not do that much, but not doing that much is better than not doing anything. Nothing else, it gives the AI something else to shoot at. So there's a Needler. Goodbye. Head over and clear out this MLRS, pop the command station, and another system will be ours. And as soon as that happened, and I do mean literally as soon as it happened, you can see the frigate beams here that have just taken out their command station. We have City has reached level 2 journal. So let's take a look at that. This is from the Spire leader again. Entel, Mara, and Exeron. Gratitude. Have grown. Can fight little. Must grow more. Menace is coming. Apologies, restitution. The blow is an attachment from Dr. Langstrom. Now that the city has adequate living space and is free of interference from the warp grid, the Spire city has begun to grow again. They have constructed some advanced subspace scanning equipment within the hub and are looking for, from what I could understand, another shard. I'm not certain, but I believe they have found our galaxy's background radiation is interfering with their ability to construct larger shards. They can build what they need for facilities and ships, but they can't actually construct the kind of power source needed by another city hub, which, incidentally, is exactly what they want to build next. To be clear, they aren't demanding anything. We can simply go about our business and forget about pursuing these signals. And if we intend to stop, now would be a good time. The AI's aggressions against the Spire are significant, but have stabilized somewhat. If the Spire continue to grow, we may find ourselves in the middle of an all-out war. Well, that's sort of what we're in for here. So AI progress up to 209, almost over the limit there. And you can see we've got that second Golem strike force coming in. It looks like one of them is powering up quicker than the other. And I don't know which one it's from, the broken or the botnet, but... And so we got to see what their scanning deal does. We're going to, of course, take over Naboo and grab what resources we can from it. We'll be able to do more research in here as well, so that will be nice. Energy is gradually growing. Let's take a look at that destroyer, which should be done by now. So there's the vanilla destroyer, and it shows what we can put on it. Now, to max out the destroyers, I would need the heavy beam turrets Mark II and the shields. And the shield modules are the regular ones, and I've been upgrading the hardened ones. So I'm probably going to go for upgrading the regular ones just to have the most of what we can get. So I think I definitely want the shield module, because that's 150k health, and this thing only has 300k. So adding 50% to it, that seems worthwhile. And then, of course, if we had this one, we could double it. So putting a shield on there to double it, very nice. Now, these do cost. We do have these energy costs for the modules that we add. And then, of course, 4,000 for the destroyer on its own. So these end up being a little bit pricey in terms of their cost once you get there. It's considered a Mark IV starship. So we'll go ahead and put that shield module on there. And then what else? Well, the heavy beam cannon are definitely the best, I think. You got these rail cannon ones, 9,000 every 6 seconds. This is 9,000 every 7. This would be the best. But I can't get the rail cannon 2. I would have to put that in place of the shield. So I would take that if I could. On their own merits, I like these. And then that leaves us with the laser cannon ones as well. So that'll be our destroyer, the first one we're going to build. And of course, we'll want to continue doing these upgrades. Shields and turrets are really going to help us benefit the Spire ship, so I want to keep going in that direction. Well, a bunch more has happened, but of course the top of the headlines is that the scan is complete in Cato Nemoidia, and the Spire have reported back. And Telemar and Exeron again says, "Greetings, child of Tellus." I don't know who Tellus is. "Your translator failure, nearest word, princess of xenobiology, has labored, improving communications." Princess of xenobiology. Must be talking about Dr. Langstrom. We at least can understand him a little better. "Our gratitude undying. One day, perhaps, debt repaid. Cannot face machines. Yet. They come. You know this. They come for us both. Need expand. More. Cannot build here. Have found another. Can build with that. We at your service." And another attachment from Dr. Langstrom. "While basic communication has been possible since fairly early on, it has been difficult. While the previous messages from the Spire may seem appropriate for the mannerisms of a rock, I have found that they actually have a much smoother thought process and manner of speaking to one another. I hope that my efforts will continue to improve the rapport. In any event, they have successfully located another shard they believe will power another city hub. This recovery mission is likely to be extremely dangerous, and the AI continues to attack. But hopefully the growing Spire fleet will offset these additional challenges." Yes, hopefully. "But remember, the AI is after us both now. We have learned to hide from the AI to avoid antagonizing it and bringing down its wrath." Indeed. "The Spire do not seem to have learned this lesson. They are obedient to our desires to not unnecessarily provoke the AI, but I do not believe that we can continue to assist the Spire expansion while maintaining a low profile. I do not have to tell you how absurdly dangerous that could be. No, you don't." Okay, so we have built another shard, and it's building its add-on components. The hub is building another habitation center and shipyard. Those aren't done yet, but we're working on them. So once those get up, we'll be able to build, I think, another destroyer and our first cruiser. So upgrade to the next class of ship that they've got. Now we've got, you see, over 100%. So the Fallen Spire is about to hit. Broken Golem 1's going to hit soon. That one's waiting a little. But also, we've got another regular wave. We've got, and I don't know why this is waiting for 8 minutes. But we've got a regular wave, and then we've got a cross-planet attack. So we've got all kinds of stuff, and Egeria is where the next thing is. So let's take a look at that. Because that's not really good news. That's all the way down here. And by far the quickest route, you can see, is, okay, Frozenzen's one's hop away. That's our system. Karen's a Mark IV that we knocked out everything in a while back with our Hive Golem. And then we have Vesta, another Mark IV. We're going to want to handle that. There's a Mark II Fortress, a bunch of guard posts, so I'm probably going to want to just pop in there and knock those out. And then in here is where we're going to go get it. So I'm going to do a little bit of a different strategy this time in trying to clear and protect a path, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps away. Not a huge distance, but at the rate that they've been attacking, the last time we almost lost one of the golems. I don't think our strategy of just send all the big ships and hope for the best is really going to work too well in here. So I want to clear out the path completely, and even that, you know, potentially could not be enough, but I'm going to start with that and then see what happens. I think our best move at this point is to wait. To deal with this, you know, that wave, this wave, the CPA, absorb all that stuff, get our last couple of Spire ships built, do whatever research we can get done in Naboo, and then, after that's ready, go after whatever's going to happen there in Aguirre. So here's our latest Spire Exo Force, coming through our outlying planets and heading into Elpis. Not particularly worried about it. They do have a few starships. We have all of our friends in here. Got Mark III turrets for the most part. And here comes another part of it. The fact that they split it up several different ways, I think, is actually helping us. And that thing you see flashing across the screen, there it is. That's the beam cannons from our refugee outpost. They are doing quite well. Insta-killed by ion cannons and titanium. Oh yeah, I sent my botnet golem over into Merapi. And I think that's what's going on here. Yeah. And I just want to make sure, because of how critical that power generator is to us, I want to make absolutely sure this stays safe. So that's what that's all about. But it looks like everything is cleaned up in here. Yep, not that many ships attacking. So we have eliminated the latest Spire strike force. You can see we've got a whole bunch of scrap coming in here. 5.5 million and counting. So far we are not having any problem with those. Yet. But again, we've got one city hub up. There's going to be a lot more coming. And then we got this message, which is definitely a bad thing. The CPA has hit, but all three currently open exogalactic strike forces are going to synchronize with that in about a minute. And look at this. The two waves that are outstanding also going to synchronize with that. So you add those together, that's going to be a few thousand ships. And yeah, that's yuck. I did not know that was a thing, and I'm not happy now that I know it. So, what do I want to do here? Well, I think I want to try to defend the key systems. I don't care if I lose anything else, but Merapi's got to be good because of the Zenith power generator. So, Botnet Golem is in there. I want to hold Thea because of our Spider Bot Fabricator and the Civilian Leader. I'm going to send the fleet ships in there. I've got a clear path to it now that we've taken Naboo. It's contiguous with our territory. I think I'm going to keep the rest of the force, like the golems and the other golems, and the starships and the Spire stuff in Elpis, and then they can float around wherever they need to go as things progress. Now, don't have any of the Spire destroyers or cruisers up right now because I'm waiting on research. I want to research the Mark II heavy beam cannon, which we're getting close to, and then get those out. But I may not have time to do that and have them help deal with this. So they started off at Frezenzin and Merapi. Here is Frezenzin. Merapi should be fine under the botnet's watchful care. And oh my, there's over 2,000 mothership. Yeah, Frezenzin, this is... a bunch of them may be going other places, but here's where they're coming. So they've got some Spire craft. Overall, half of the force is here. They've got some on Iris, Eugenia, and Merapi. So let's just take a look at Iris. Okay, and they look like they're headed for Frozenzin. They've come in from Utapau and they're headed to Elpis. So they're in various places, but not actually staying there. Let's see how this works out. A bunch of them going to Elpis. Some coming over here to Iris. We're up now to almost 3,000. It's pretty much here and in Iris. Now, if we look at what's going on in Merapi, they don't have as many. I don't feel threatened by that. And Iris... yeah, the ones in Iris are not actually in Iris to stay. Okay, this group is headed to Utapau. They on their way to Merapi, perhaps? Well, we're starting to get some in here. Okay, yeah, we got like 9 starships. We got a translocator. I don't think I need to release the hives just yet, though. Okay. Iris, Frozenzen, Elpis. And I just want to keep a good eye on this because, yeah, a bunch of them going to Utapau. Nobody actually wants to attack in Iris. What about in Frozenzen? Some of them are attacking. Some of them going other places. So I'm not worried about this. Okay, now these are actually attacking. Let's get all of you over this way. Okay, we're down to 2,000. There's a bunch more here. They'll get cleared out. Still Frozenzen and Iris mainly. Almost nothing left in Merapi. But a bunch here looking like they're on their way there. Iris. Nope, you're all coming into Elpis. We'll deal with you in here. What about Frozenzen? Some are attacking, but most of them... Yeah, okay. So most of them want to come to our homeworld. And that's fine, because we're ready for them. Okay, now they're starting to hit in here. Yeah, okay, that's a shield bearer, which is protecting these. That could be a problem. What are you doing all the way out here? You get back. Okay, now they're slowing down the shield bearer. Come on. Clear out the mess. They took out... Okay, that's being rebuilt. Ugh. Merapi command station under attack. I don't like that. Okay, you... Yeah, you need to stick your nose out in there. There we go. Nope. Stay. It's taken some damage. There isn't that much left there to damage it. And as soon as... Nope. Stay in here. Yep, there's some... Now we're getting some zombie bots working. Shield bearer's almost down. There it is. Okay, this is over. You can stay back here and repair. What else do we have going on? Camilla. Big force in Camilla. Well, they can have Camilla if they want it. But let's see what happens there. Yeah, there's 700 ships in that carrier. And not a whole lot going on anywhere else. So this is pretty much where the battle is. Deployed 50-some ships, and they're trying to... Yeah, and again, I don't really care about that set of posts over there. We've got a few blade spawners coming after us. Let's see, what else do we have? Not much. You can see the obscene amount of scrap that we're not using. But I'll worry about that later. Yep, another Spire strike force. Don't care about that. Ugh. Lost Herculina command station. Because this is fine here. There wasn't much in there. Where is Herculea? I don't remember. Okay, that's here. They didn't have much in here. So, okay. A Spirecraft siege tower. They didn't see that one coming. Alright. Well, I still defended all the key points. I'm still pretty happy with that. But clearly, as we have an energy problem now. Yeah, I'm going to send our main force through to Herculea. And have them take care of business in there. So here we go, and they're moving off. They apparently don't want any part of this, and that's fine. As long as we protect the system, I'm going to be okay with that. We had a bunch of stuff to fight through in Papagena, but we just cleaned out some threat there. I'm fine with that, too. We're starting to rebuild. Okay, they've got some of their Ninezul ships down here. Let's get down there in a little bit more of a hurry. Alright. You want to come back and play? Let's play. There we go. Didn't have to release the wasps. Everything's fine. We have low energy, but once we get energy collector, about halfway there. Once that comes up online, we'll be fine. We can see the Spire strike forces are building up quickly, but so far those have not been nearly a threat. Okay, now next situation, let's deal with our new Spire ships. So you can see now we've got the Mark II heavy beam cannon, so we can throw that on. We're going to put... I can put that or a shield. That doesn't really help me with this ship, because I still want the shield. So do the shield, these two. Okay, that ends up being the same version that I had before. So I'm going to want a couple of those, just like that. And then we've got the cruiser. Now the cruiser has a 600k health at the moment. So this is all the research we're going to be able to do for the moment, because I only got 1500 knowledge. Until we expand more, that's going to be a while. And so, 600k, adding 150k, probably not that exciting. Now, these can, if we get the Mark II Plasma Siege starships, these can add a very, very nice plasma weapon. 36,000 every 8 seconds. The energy bomb there. And you can see those multipliers. Plus 10 versus structural, turret, ultra heavy, heavy. So, against the big targets, that would just be massive. And that would be nice. But for now, we could go with the rail cannons. But I still like this Mark II better than that rail cannon, given the number of different things it can hit. Medium, polycrystal, ultralight. It has different, somewhat different boosts. So maybe I'll put one rail cannon on, 2 of these, and 2 of those. And then we've still got a bunch more. Add a couple of those, add a couple of those. So you can see this thing is bristling with weapons. And another cool thing is that you actually can see these on the ship. Let's give it a minute to start building them. Now notice if we zoom in, we've just got the white outline of everything, and then stuff starts appearing. Now we got the shield module. And now we can see, like you actually see the weapons as they're built on the ship. I think that's a really cool touch. It's a beautiful thing if you zoom in and look up close. So, now we've got, those are the Spire ships that we can build for now. I can't build any more until we get another city hub. So we need to take care of that Agaria situation. And before we do that, we've got to clear the path. Okay, so here's the plan for dealing with the capture in Agaria. First of all, for Zenzen. Okay, we've got a pretty close gap here. We're coming from Karen, we're just going to head over to Elpis. Both places that the enemies could come in, Papagena or Karen, close together. So I've put some grav turrets, tractor beam turrets, you know, a fairly small amount, but some turrets over there to help defend once we get in here. I mean, if we get into Frizenzen, again, it's a short leap to Elpis. I think if we get in here, we're probably okay, but I'm still putting in some turrets to help slow them down and everything. So that's in place. Now, in Karen, I'm just finished up clearing out all the wormhole guard posts. There are 3 jump points here, but they're not going to come in from Frizenzen, because we control that one. So really, we just have to worry about Vesta and Portia. And what I want to do is I want to put a big beachhead in here. A bunch of turrets around each of these. We're going to be in here for a while. Vesta to Frizenzen. That's the part I'm concerned about. It's enemy territory. So I got rid of some stuff I didn't think I needed. I'm going to put a mobile builder in here and get this all built up. So that's my next step. Alright, well, all that is going on. We need to deal with Vesta. Vesta, of course, being the next one in the line. And this is a little more complicated. It's a Mark IV. It's got a Mark II fortress. And unfortunately, that's got an MLRS guard post right next to it. So that's a good combination of things that they have there. But neither one of them are particularly good against Polycrystal. So that's what I'm going to bank on here. I'm going to try to clear this out without using the wasps, because I'd like to hold them off until we actually get our shard. I want to use the wasps in here on the way back. Now, when they come in from Agaria, not going to be that big of a rush. So if it's particularly far away from the wormhole in Agaria, then I might release the wasps in here instead. But I sort of play that by ear at the point in time. Right now, what I need to do is get rid of all the resistance. And I want to head this way, because I want to get away from this. Whoa, why do we have an energy problem? Okay, I've probably built a few too many turrets, so I'll just jump in here. So let's just get rid of some of the... I'll get rid of some of the snipers. Those are the spiders. These are the snipers. Let's get rid of a third of those. There we go. That'll bring us back up. So I went a little bit crazy with my turrets. But you can see I've got Mark II heavy beam cannons in here. I've got grav turrets and tractor beam turrets and all different kinds around the various wormholes. I'm not doing this halfway. I want to make sure we're totally ready. Okay, so back in here. I just want to hang out right in this area. And here I'm just being a little bit patient. But also you can see that they have this eye here. Which one is it? It's the sentry eye. And we've got enough firepower in here. I'm just going to take it out directly. There we go. Now it's just not a problem anymore. And I don't care about the wormhole guard posts in here. It's probably about time. Let's pop the barracks. I'm making fairly short work of that. Okay, let's clear everything else out with this group. And then I want to send some specialized troops after that fortress and whatnot. Okay, so this is going to hurt some, but I want to take out this MLRS post first, because the fortress isn't going to do much. And I've got bomber starships and Mark I standard bombers. You can see they're hitting it and not doing a whole lot. They'll come the MLRS. They're going to do a little bit more. Should have enough of them. Come on. Want to kill it before any more reinforcements come in. There we go. Now. Yeah, we just don't have enough firepower to do this quickly. But it is gradually going to work it down. This is almost like an early game thing. I just don't want to use any power that I don't need to. I think I'm getting some long-range fire from one of the... Yeah, the cruiser, I think, is shooting its heavy beam cannons at this thing. Okay, I think we're set now. We just need to get all of our ships back and repaired. There really isn't anything else in here we need to do. Agaria is not that exciting. I'm probably gonna, pop that barracks and whatnot, but that won't take long. There's not that much here. And then we just need to get ready to grab that shard, and hopefully this work done ahead of time will be fruitful, and we'll be able to get it back to Elpis safely and build another hub. So that's what our goal is going to be for the next time, as we continue to ramp up the Fallen Spire campaign. That'll be it for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. More AI War coming up soon.